Guys, you gotta forgive me. I don't know when the last time I actually took a shower. Let me think. I think it's probably been a week. Probably more than a week. And that's what happens when you have kids. I get so many people saying, we miss the old couple. We miss the old KRS who was all like dressed up like a, male model, filming in different location, that location, looking all hip and out. And now it's like, I don't know when the last time I shaved, but it's like you guys are getting the life's most beautiful, important lesson as to what happens to a human being after they have not just one, but two kids back to back. So that's where I'm at right now. I am going to try really hard to take a shower and to shave tomorrow. I'm actually shooting a class with Michael Reed on Rahu. So if I'm not shaved tomorrow, you'll probably know that I didn't even take a shower. Anyway, enough of TMI of my life. Let's talk about Sun in the 9th house for Cancer ascendant people and what happens when Sun is in the 9th house for a Cancer ascendant person. And obviously this is different than from my Sun through sign and Sun through house series, because those were two separate things. Now we're combining the two things together. And now Sun actually rules a certain house. So all these dynamics are coming into play. And if you do not know where your Sun is placed, where your other planetary placements are, all your details in astrological report, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology Conjunction, and Aspects at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link here. So, Sun in the 9th house for Cancer ascendant people. So, as you know, for a Cancer ascendant, Sun rules the 2nd house of family, wealth, lineage, history. It's your earnings. It's what you value in life. That's what the 2nd house is. So Moon is like, you know what, Sun, I'm going to give you the 2nd house because I value family so much. I'm such a homebody that for me, family is wealth and it's royalty. So which sign represents royalty? Oh, it's Sun. Let me give Sun the 2nd house. So this is why Sun rules the 2nd house. It's amazing how everything's so strategically aligned in astrology. Why certain house is opposite of the other? Why certain house is away these houses from the other? I mean, my God, it's like a ballet dance, astrology. So as you know, Sun rules the 2nd house with the sign of Leo for Cancer ascendant person, and Sun is with the sign of Leo. Leo sign is a fixed sign. It's a fixed fiery sign. And it's a sign of royalty. It's a sign of creative self-expression, dynamic self-expression, politics, cinema. So usually you'll find Cancer ascendant people either being raised in political family, artistic family, high executive-like families. Family business becomes a very, very important thing for Cancer ascendant person. So the ruler of this Sun is now sitting in the 9th house, in the sign of Pisces. So what is the Pisces sign? Pisces is a sign of duality, meaning it's a dual-natured sign. It can go either way. Like the two fishes that are like looking each other asses, tails. This represents that nature of a fish, that it can swim in any direction it wants. So what happens is the values that were fixed are no longer fixed. They're becoming dual. So that, and then it's a water sign, Pisces. So the things that were very fiery are now being dissolved. Because what is the water's intent? Is to get things and just flow them away, dissolve them. So you will see these people that Pisces also, being a sign of abstract thinking, abstract imagination, very independent sign. It's more independent than even the sign of Aries. You know how Aries is individuality. Like, this is who I am. Oh, me, 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 me. Nobody else but me. Pisces is even more independent than that. Why? It's the 12th house. It's the house in the sky. Freedom, like a bird. So it's more free. And then 9th house represents long distance travel, pilgrimage, luck, law, philosophy, higher learning, postgrad education, teachers, gurus, fathers. So what this shows, second lord being in the 9th house, is that you, whatever you have learned in your family, through your father, through your mother, you are not very much strict towards following those things. You are very independent. You feel like your value doesn't come from family history much. It comes from understanding the family lineage through traveling, through experiencing different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds. These people feel like, whatever I've learned, fine, it's good. But I'm going to find my own way. I'm going to find my own path through my freedom. So you'll find these people far more spiritual than religious. And these are the people, and obviously, as you know, spirituality simply means that you don't have ego. You don't really care who you are. And this is who these people are. They're like, I'm just going to go with the flow. I just want to understand things in an abstract way. I don't need to have a hardcore decision. These people you will find, they're not like hardcore Democrats or Republicans. They're just like, man, I'm just progressive, or I'm just whatever. I'm agnostic. Neither I believe in God, nor do I deny God. It's just I am who I am. And because that fiery nature is transforming into water, these people are reluctant to taking like leadership roles. Because Leo is that throne, right? That throne of the king where you sit. And now this person in that water sign feels like, no, they don't belong in the king's chair. They simply belong in a place where they can learn more. For them, sitting on the throne of books is more important than sitting on a throne of gold. Then second lord is in the 9th house, which means it's sixth from itself. So what happens is their own belief system will make their enemies, somehow they're either their obstacle or their enemies. Like, let's say if you are a hardcore Hindu, you eat vegetarian food, you don't eat meat, you follow all the religious activity, you want to only marry in your own caste, in your own cultural background, in a particular small town where only there the girl is going to be available from. But then you as a person are like, no, I don't care. I am going to marry a person I love. She's actually Caucasian, not Indian. She's a Christian, not Hindu. As long as she's a good person, I love her. That's what I want. So what happens is then family kind of becomes that obstacle. And they become that enemy in front of you. They're like, no, you're going to do this. You're going to marry this person. You're going to marry that person. So these kind of situations, it's like a tit for tat. I mean, there's a positive and negative with this. The positive is that they're very open-minded, liberal people. They're very much in tune with the earth. They're very much in tune with nature. They're more about love than loving somebody of a separate particular culture or race. But at the same time, then they're like finding that obstacle with the family, that look, I'm not coinciding with my family's belief system. Now, not all the time you will have a dramatic fight with your family. You'll just be like, oh, you don't believe that? Well, we believe that. Okay, whatever, fine. Also, these people's income will come from a distant land, because second house represents income. So second lord being in the 9th house, and especially in the water sign, shows they can be making their money through shipping, through being a fisherman, through import-export, or whatever their other skills are. They're going to be honing those skills in a distant land. And because Leo is really the representation of father, and 9th house is father, shows your father earns his money through traveling, through import-export, or through fields of law. Father is a very creative, imaginative person as well. And yet, father relationship with a father becomes very, very good. Now, of course, if there are a lot of malefic planets impacting your sun, let's say your sun is sitting with Saturn, Mars, Rahu, and then Ketu on the other side. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be major power struggles and there's going to be a lot of disagreements. You're not going to like that general rulership of your father. In that case, sure, there's going to be a lot of struggle to deal with that ninth house things. But in a general way, this is more of a person who's wants to earn money and wants to find their value through, imagination, creativity, traveling, and simply being liberal about everything that they come across. They don't form opinion very quickly. They form opinion based on their own freedom, their own viewpoints of the world. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of Sun in the ninth house and the sign of Pisces for Cancer Sun people. If you're new in my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your sun is placed, what your other planetary placements are, all my books, reports, consultations, for that check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with our Rahu class. Bye-bye.